Today we welcome to Past Future Voxel. We're going to talk about papillonosis. He is kept under tight security one after the other, but Henri knows that no matter what anyone does, he will escape from the world's most dangerous prison. The story begins and we get a scene of Paris, and the year is 1931. Here we meet a thief named Henri. Papillon says, "They told me this was where men went to die. I wasn't supposed to survive, but I wasn't going to let them have that satisfaction." Papillon sits in a dark, cold cell, his hands gripping the bars tightly. He stares into the night, his face hard with determination. Second, Louis Dega, a quiet, bookish man, sits across from him, scribbling in a notebook. "Guys, now Papillon says I'm getting out of here. They can't keep me locked up forever." Dega, looking up from his notebook. "Tired, you're not the only one who thinks that. But we have to be smarter. Escaping isn't just about willpower, it's about patience, strategy." Papillon says, "Patience? Dega, we've been here for years. You think I've got time for patience?" Dega says, "I'm not saying give up, but we can't just run blindly, we need a plan." Papillon says, "I've had enough of this place. You're not the only one who's been patient. I've learned how to survive here, but it's not enough anymore. I want out." Dega says, "Then I'll help you, we do it together." Papillon and Dega are working in the prison yard, hauling heavy rocks and breaking rocks under the watchful eyes of the guards. The heat is unbearable. Papillon looks around, scanning for a weakness in the guards' routine. Dega looks over at him, clearly concerned. Dega says, "There's no way we can just escape through the front gates, Henri. We'll need a distraction, a way to slip past the guards." Papillon says, "I've been thinking about that. We wait for the storm. Once it hits, we'll move. It's our best shot." The storm rages outside. Thunder rumbles and the rain pours down. Papillon and Dega are in their cell, preparing for their escape. Papillon holds a small key, stolen from a guard during his work. The two men exchange a glance. Their hearts race. Dega says, "There's no way we can just escape through the front gates, Henri. We'll need a distraction, a way to slip past the guards." Papillon says, "I've been thinking about that. We wait for the storm. Once it hits, we'll move. It's our best shot." The storm rages outside. Thunder rumbles and the rain pours down. Papillon and Dega are in their cell, preparing for their escape. Papillon holds a small key, stolen from a guard during his work. The two men exchange a glance. Their hearts race. Papillon says, "This is it. If we don't make it this time, we'll die here. Are you ready?" Dega says, "As ready as I'll ever be." They slip out of the cell, moving quietly through the prison corridors. Their movements are tense and deliberate, the sounds of the storm masking their footsteps. They reach the barred door leading to the outer wall. Papillon says to Dega, "We climb. Stay close to me." Papillon and Dega are scaling the outer wall of the prison. The storm has caused chaos and the guards are distracted. They make their way across the jagged rocks of the cliffs, pushing through the rain and wind. Dega says to Henri, "This is insane. We can't keep going like this." Papillon says, "We don't have a choice. We've come too far." Suddenly, a guard's flashlight beam cuts through the rain and a voice shouts in the distance. "Guard says escapees, stop or we'll shoot." Papillon and Dega sprint through the rain, dodging the guards' spotlights. The camera cuts between their frantic escape and the guards' pursuit. Papillon and Dega sprint through the rain, dodging the guards' spotlights. The camera cuts between their frantic escape and the guards' pursuit. Dega, "We're not going to make it. We should have stayed in our cells. It's too dangerous." Papillon and Dega are captured, brought back to the prison, and thrown into a solitary confinement cell. Papillon's face is bruised, but his resolve remains unbroken. Dega is visibly shaken, but he stands by his friend. "Papillon, we're not done. We'll try again. We're going to break out of here. I won't stop." "Dega, we've failed so many times. What if we're just not meant to escape?" Papillon says, "You don't get it, Dega. If we stop now, we've given them what they want. But if we keep going, that's our freedom. We're not prisoners. Not yet." The final escape attempt. Papillon and Dega are brought to a remote area of the island. They're about to be transported away, but Papillon has a plan in motion. As the guards approach, Papillon and Dega make their move, overpowering the guards in a brief struggle. They run towards the water, hoping for one last chance. Papillon and Dega are on a small raft, paddling away from the island. The guards' shouts fade into the distance. Papillon looks out toward the horizon, a look of quiet triumph on his face. "Papillon, we're free." Dega smiles faintly, exhausted but relieved. The camera pulls back, showing the vast, endless ocean before them. Please subscribe, please, 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 please.